That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Is that moment you realize you can do more. How did
Yes.
that feel?
I felt like a weight was lifted because for so long I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I kept trying to figure it out. But what I learned, and I mean, I can say it now because when I look back, I could see what my story is, and I can say, all right, I was protected, so I wasn't able, or I was guarded, so I wasn't able to have these experiences. And without experiences, there's no way you could know what you want to do, like your direction. You need experiences in order to grow, to learn, and all of that. And that's what these experiences helped me with, just navigating my own life. So even when I was event planning in South Africa as well as Harare, like I love Harare. That's Zimbabwe, by the way. I love Harare, and they love Jamaicans. I love anywhere that love Jamaicans.
I know Africa is really big on the skincare. Would you say you learned anything new in their part of minerals and
Not even. Like at that time, I still didn't know that I wanted to launch this brand. I didn't know. I'm so serious. I didn't know, but I knew that I could be an entrepreneur, and I knew that I was good at event planning. And I knew that I was good at strategizing to get things done. So that's what I want to say Africa taught me. It taught me that you could actually do these things. So what you're gonna do now that you have that information. So when I came back to New York, I had this degree, my health administration degree, as well as marketing, because I love marketing. I still do marketing, by the way. And I told myself, you know what, let me be sure that I don't want to be in the healthcare sector, right? And I started working there. I still had my business on the side where we would help businesses, brands, we would help them transition to social media. This was when it was really fresh, before even Instagram was a huge thing. And
you had to use website at that time.
yes, right? And what I saw was this, I went into the healthcare sector. I was doing what I loved on the side. It was slow because, with building a business, you have to have some type of momentum before you could actually turn to it. And oh my gosh, let me tell you, the first day that I officially started work in the healthcare sector, I remember going to a patient, and it was an older man. He had like a breathing tube in. His eyes were slightly open, and I went to check his armband, and I looked at it. I did everything that I learned, right? And this nurse walks up to me and said, "Oh, he expired." Yeah, he expired. I was not familiar with that medical terminology, okay? And I studied medical terminology. I'm like, expired? Is he milk? And then that moment was a very defining moment, because then I realized, like, I don't want to actually be here, because I don't want to talk like this about people's death.
I went to University of Buffalo. I was in med school.
Yeah.
I went for sports and medicine, and I didn't like how there's not really much film. It's not as healthy as you think.
It's really exactly. Yeah. And when I went into healthcare, I thought I want to help people. When I got into it, I realized, like, this is not how I can help people, because I'm being depleted. Like, my energy is being sucked. And as much as, I'm like bubbly when I walk in, and I dress up, like, even this friend of mine, I made a friend there. He worked in ER, and he said to me, you don't belong here, right? Like within.
When they say that, you know what they mean?
Yeah, but he was.
What do you mean by this?
He just really said it, like, you don't belong here.
To your dream.
Yes, and I mean, more people started saying it. Like, some of the nurses who are Jamaican, who I bonded with, were saying the same things.
It's your own people really pushing.
Yeah, and
that's a good feeling.
Yeah, and they were right. And I was very close to this lady who worked on the same floor. I worked on the maternity floor, and her name is Miss Maitin. And she said, Danny, like, I think you should go start your business. I don't think that you should stay here, because I don't see you being here. Like, and that sort of pushed me. So a few months later, I decided to step away from it and do something else. And I basically just hopped right into my business. And I said, yes, this is what I'm going to do.
And what is your business?
My business at the time was To Be Golden. We were a branding firm to some degree. So it's more like business development, social media, and so on, right? Now, on my website, we had a shop, right? So I had services, but I had a shop. And in the shop, I would have like really cool affirmation types of products. So like mugs with things on it that's just inspiring and so on. And there's this product called Glitter Lip Kit. The concept isn't new, right? But what I did was market it differently. Again, marketer, right? So it's so interesting how the first initial part of the branding and all of that, the services was what I wanted to focus on. But then I had so much fun with marketing Glitter Lip Kit. It took off. Yeah. Listen, I was walking in Soho and I had people stopping me and saying, yo, what's that on your lips? That's crazy. I was like, yeah, it's Glitter Lip Kit and it doesn't come off. And I would show them, they're like, what?
Oh, so you're really marketing, like you're
yes.
using the product,
yeah.
people's reactions.
Yes.
When you got a positive reaction, did it boost your energy like 1,000?
Definitely. And all of my friends were wearing it. Everybody wanted to know where to get it from. So I was walking around with cards and everything. And then, you know, like there's an uptick. I'm seeing the uptick in sales. I remember one time I went to Starbucks and I was wearing the shade. It's cocoa. It's the brown shade. It's very beautiful and it's holographic. And they were just staring at my lips. The baristas, they were just staring at it. They're like, we have to get that. In no time before I left the store, I saw their orders come in. I was like, okay, all right, cool. I need to do more of this. So I went in on social media. This is where my social media marketing career, I want to say, started. This is 2015, 2000. No, Instagram I think it started more like 2013, 2013. Yeah, like it was. Yeah, like. But
I live under a rock.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
So hearing all of this is like you're what? You said you were like 19 at this time?
19, that was probably, yeah, in 2000 and something else.
You know how much heart you have to have to just be able to be in a whole other city away from home. And you're just following this path of like people motivating you, telling you to chase your dream.
Yeah.
If you didn't listen to them, it could have went this way, but you stayed positive.
Yeah.
What mentally got you to stay positive and then this came about?
Yeah.
How did this?
Yeah. So my mentor, his name is Edwin Gwenzi. He passed away 4 years ago. He's the reason why I was able to navigate Africa. Like he made sure that I was safe and everything. Like when my parents didn't want me to go because they were scared that I'd get kidnapped or whatever, eaten, whatever. He was very positive and he made sure that I had security around me. And just by observing him, I sort of noticed something with him. Like if he decides that he's going to do something, it gets done. And it was like, I took that from him because I wanted to do some of the things that I saw that he was doing because he was cool. Listen, he was the first black man in Durban, this is a part of South Africa, to own a home as a black man because it was predominantly owned by white people.
That sounds like Puerto Rico right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, the same thing is happening. Like it's rare to see like someone from the native home.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had to go under like a disguise. So his lawyer had to get it on his behalf so that he could get it. So I'm watching this man breaking barriers. It inspires me. You know, they say it's important the people that you're around, surround yourself, it influences you and inspires you. So he inspired my mind to think differently. And that's how, even though people were saying whatever, because I had people like talk crap about what I was doing. I had so-called friends being a little shysty, you know, but I stick to it. And when we went viral, like I remember that night we got 600 orders in probably in probably 15 minutes. I couldn't believe it. My website broke. This was before Shopify.
Oh, that's kind of what happened to Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So how did that feel? I know I saw their reaction.
Yeah.
What was your reaction?
Listen, I couldn't believe it. I was checking it to see if it was real. I thought something was going on, but I could see why it went viral, because on social media we were getting, listen, we went from having maybe 6,000 followers to like the next day 60,000 followers. This is Glitter Liquid. It's Stay Golden Cosmetics. Yes. So these are some of our products.
Oh, wow.
These are what we started with.
Now we get into the good stuff.
Okay.
Which one's your
So
favorite?
my favorite right now is Baby, because Baby on her own is $1 million product. Okay. Just by herself. That Baby Pink, I don't know, the girlies love it. It's $1 million product by itself. And like seeing that virality and seeing how it was just like going crazy on the internet, it made me feel good, like knowing that okay, something came of this, you know. And granted, it wasn't what I was, you know, focused on with my services, but I'm gonna run to it. And when I tell you, like, my website shut down, I had to go on. This is so funny. We put the products on Etsy just so that we could direct the traffic to somewhere else so they could purchase it. Yeah, yes. Fast, right? Etsy shut us down in like 1 hour.
They don't want you to do that.
Yeah.
So once you figure out the cyber world as a market,
yeah,
which is essentially like the black market, you can shut up shop.
Yes. They shut us down. I was like, why? Yeah. They thought it was like some type of, you know, scam situation, and I'm there writing to them. These, you know what Etsy did? They held on to our money for 60 days. 60 days. They put us in like this. We were like, oh, well, you have to ship the products. It was so frustrating. Was that for you? It was frustrating, but there was so much happening that I couldn't allow that to like.
Do you mind me asking how much was stuck with them?
Stuck with them? Oh my gosh, they had like they had probably $60,000, and then no, it was crazy, $60,000. But then they had they released an initial amount of maybe $1,500. And here it is, I have to find the money to get the stock and all these things.
Because you're still trying to withhold the business.
Yeah, right? And I'm like trying to figure things out. Like, this is 600 orders. We've never done that like quantity before. And it's also during the busiest time of the year. Like, this is right before the holiday season. So a lot was happening. A lot was happening, you know. But what we did, we quickly found out, okay, Shopify is a tool that we're going to utilize. As we got on that, I had my developers start creating the website, so we had a proper place to start sending people. And then we honestly just developed everything towards it. We developed the email campaign, just letting them know, hey guys, we got your order, we're going to be sending it out. Just bear with us, you know, this is the first time.
The cleanup.
Yeah, it's like
the frustrating moment of the business no one sees.
Yes.
They don't know what happened.
They don't know. And we're messaging people, and then some people are upset because they think that we just stole their money, when we're trying to say, no, actually you're getting your products. It's taking a while though, because it's just, at the time it was 2 of me. But can I tell you how my friends came to my apartment and helped me ship 600 orders? I had like 5 friends trying to figure out, okay, what's the shade? It was so funny. It was so funny. And I'm showing them, remember to look at the quantities, and they're just in there working it up, and everybody was tired. I remember buying pizza. I was in my living room. And there were all these packages on the ground in pink mailers. I remember it like it was yesterday, and I remember buying pizza for everybody because they needed to eat. Everybody was like tired. Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. And they were so supportive, and we started getting those orders out. And thankfully, you know, eventually they released the funds and everything, and things ended up working out. But after that, at the time, we only had 5 shades. So what we do, we launched more shades, and we just kept it coming, and we kept marketing. Now we have probably over 25. Yeah.
That's a lot. 25 shades?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, and that's the lip balm.
This is the lip kits.
Sorry, I apologize.
No worries.
Actually, tell us the name of these again.
So these are glitter lip kits, and some of the shades that I have in front of me, we have Baby, Stay Golden, because of course we have to stay golden all the time, and they're So Fairy. So these are top sellers for us, and recently we launched in these gold packaging. I love it because the brand is called Stay Golden. It just makes sense for everything to be golden. These are our new nude glosses. Very yummy, like very everyday wear. And we created these for people who wanted something that they could just wear whenever. This is more like special occasion, birthday party, girls' night, like.
The packaging shows. Like
Yeah.
That shows night. That shows you bring out on a lunch date or something.
Yes.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And tell us about this brand.
So Ukraine Organics, she is like my heart and soul. I want to say, if I had to differentiate the brands, Stay Golden Cosmetics is definitely the party girl. She loves to have fun. She's very bold. She's very out there. And then Ukraine Organics is what she becomes when she takes off all of her makeup. And now she's just taking care of herself, ensuring that she smells good, feels good every single day. Like from a holistic standpoint, she's doing every single thing to make sure that she's that body that she, wants to be. So I want to show you some of the products.
I'm excited about this one now.
Yes. So these two products are Almond Shea Body Butter and our Safflower Oil are bestsellers. Like these two together, I'm going to give you these. These two together are like, it's scrumptious, okay? And I don't know if you know this, but shea naturally has a very nutty smell. It's not normally considered a smell that people want to smell like, even though it has amazing benefits. But what we were able to do is to make sure that it smells super yummy. So people would actually want to, just lather up right after they take a shower. Then we have the Cocoa Wood Body Cleanser. This is our body wash. You could also use it as a bubble bath.
I like the packaging.
Thank you. And she's made in Bali, by the way. So all of our body care products are made in Bali. Why, you may ask? Because it's a tropical climate, right? Jamaica is also tropical. And what I found is the ingredients thrive better in that type of climate. So everything here is organic. The coconut, even we have a coconut coffee scrub. Like everything is actually sourced in Bali. If you've ever been to Bali or you've ever seen visuals of Bali, you see that it's super lush. It's like a tropical rainforest, if you will, in certain areas.
So you did your research as far as minerals and
absolutely. I went there, okay? I was not playing with this line because when I was...
that trip? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when I went there, I knew that I had like a lineup of different people that I wanted to see, like different vendors, different factories, different partners that I wanted to see. And what's interesting is I didn't like majority of them because what I wanted to produce the best. I literally did everything in the US in regards to organic and natural care. Like I did my research. I sampled just about every single company that I could find. I wasn't impressed because it wasn't giving me the oomph. It felt very basic to me. And on the second to last day of Bali, I was just like exploring a bit, and then I ended up seeing this place. Isn't that crazy? And those are the people who ended up being our partners. I saw this. It was it's one of those. It was the last day, and I'm like, let's go here. And it's like it was so meant to be because I was praying for this. And we went there. Let me tell you what I love about our partners. It's woman owned, like I love that. And what I love is that they hire women from the community. So single parents especially, they hire those women.
So not only are you getting the healthiest of minerals to put in your products, everything's natural, organic, you're also helping the families.
Yes, the
Can
families.
you tell us a little bit about that? How
Yeah.
you're helping the families and the natives there?
Yes. So because we strive to ensure that everything is sustainable and efficient, like one of the things that we want to do is be positively impact on the environment as well as the communities there. So we have these lovely women who work to make these products, and they're single moms, they're parents, and I'm just like very proud to even be a part of that. And the facility there also has an area for their children, and that is what I love,
That is
because when I
insane.
was going in there I saw the kids, like there was somebody there even teaching them. So it was a safe space for not only these parents, but no, they don't have to worry about their children because their children are right there being taken care of while they're here producing our U Queen Organics products. I love that for us.
I love that story. That whole, especially just now ending it with the children. I love it. Now, we got that. We
Yes.
got the excitingness of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask one question. Throughout that whole entire journey, the ups, the downs, the all arounds, what kept you motivated?
Ooh, there's a few things that kept me motivated. One, my family. The reason why is because, like I mentioned to you, my mom works with me. So my mom is very important to me. I want her to be in a very healthy space. My grandma also is a part of that message, because I believe because of what I saw them do for me when I was growing up, it's like I want to be able to do for them. I want them to be safe. I want them to be financially okay as well. I want them to never have to worry about certain things. So for the most part, like that pushes me, because I know that if I don't do it, there's nobody else that's going to make sure that they're good. So that's one thing. On days when I feel like just planking on the ground and not getting up, those days where I feel like even depressed, because I went through depression at one point, I want to say my friends definitely did their thing with ensuring that I was good. Even my siblings, oh my God, my siblings it's like they came to my rescue. Like,
Every time.
yeah, it's like all of those persons, like they saw that I was down. Like it was a very devastating time in my life. And I honestly didn't feel like getting up. And even with the thoughts of my grandma and my mom, I couldn't get up. Like, man,
Yeah.
It was really bad. But here they came with like hips, to the rescue. Like, and that support, just knowing that I have that, like, I said, nah, I have to get up. Like they see something here and they don't want me to lose. I don't want to lose, so let me get up. Also, like, I want to really provide a lifestyle for myself that I can be proud of. I want to I always aspire to just keep learning and just be greater than yesterday's self. So there's a thing in me where I'm really competing with my old self to like really just be like, Danielle, you have to be better. You have to be better.
What was that part, which you said is telling yourself to do better? What got you to practice that to yourself?
Yes.
I know you said you were in a state of depression at one point, which I feel like everyone goes through.
Yeah.
And that's usually where you're already stable somewhere, but
Yeah.
then you realize, oh shit, depression can happen anywhere. How did you overcome that?
Well, you see, in the midst of like that darkness, I kept seeing light. Like, so for example, we would get these opportunities just very randomly. I remember like when Urban Outfitters reached out to us because they wanted us to do Coachella with them. I was going through my thing, but then here comes this blessing, right? And and that's a big deal. I mean, this is Urban Outfitters, yeah? So we're like on their website. Not only do they want to sell our products, but they're inviting us to Coachella to partner with them to do something amazing there, right? All right, that happened, cool. Then I have Doll Skill, another entity that, they want to sell our products, So even though I'm going through this rocky situation, I'm still seeing like opportunities and blessings, I can't like turn away and act like my world is falling apart when I'm clearly looking at some sunshine, you know? And also like I made actually the Forbes 1000 list, right?
Tell us about that.
That was like,
Were you still in that state of mind? When
I
you
was,
got that?
no, I wasn't. I started to come out, I was in and out of it. But at that time, I was definitely overcoming some trials and tribulations, okay? And then I got the email and I was like, I read it again. I checked the email to make sure it wasn't like, I was like, Ash, read this. Tell me what that says. I was like, this is happening. I jumped up so many, like I was elated. I was so happy. Like I had the biggest smile on my face for at least the whole month. You couldn't say nothing to me. I enjoyed myself. Like I celebrated it. It was an amazing moment.
So that was the up after the down.
Yes.
Tell us about that now. How was that feeling? Like that what that feeling?
Yeah, like I was, no, but for real, that's how I felt. I felt like, fuck depression. Like, let me go. Yeah, because here it is that Forbes is, listing me as the next 1000, and I'm reading what they wrote about me. And, they're talking about Stay Golden Cosmetics and what we were able to accomplish. It sort of made depression take a back seat. In fact, it wasn't even in the car. It got kicked out of the car because it was like, I was like, oh my gosh, no, honestly, like I danced and I love dancing. Sometimes when I stress, I dance to Afrobeats. I made sure I went out and I danced the night away, and I was happy. The calls were coming in, but like I was just grateful because it just showed me like, despite all my struggles or whatever, like, look at this moment.
You saw it. Okay,
yeah.
All that hard work paid off.
Yeah.
It's funny you say car, because for me it's like once I get that groove, like to me this is that high.
Yeah.
And right now my foot is literally on the pedal.
Yes.
Toe down all the way. So I know that feeling that you're talking about because I'm feeling it up.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you like having me here.
Of course.
And I want to get I have like 20%, which is probably like 15 right now. Just a good, just voila of what your brand is.
Yes.
And who you are.
Yes.
So in a sense, like
Interest in the brand?
Yeah. Or by you, whatever you want to say on camera to put this in the light for yourself. I actually like that outfit is matching the way.
Yeah, the vibe. Green is the color for me this year, like I'm definitely reeling in abundance and growth. Nice. That's why I'm sticking to green. Queen Organics is my passion project for sure. I highly believe in self-care and wellness. I do believe that when you pour into yourself, good things happen. And that is what this line is for me. I've poured into it. I've gone as far as Bali to get our products, because I wanted the best quality out there to represent this Queen brand. It is certainly for women, by women, and produced by women for sure. And the goal of this brand is to just really allow women to feel their best. I see myself like when I pour into myself, when I just do self-care, like after a very long day of work, and my days could be 12 hours, like when I finish showering and I turn off all the lights and I listen to like some smooth jazz and I light my candles, this is what makes me feel good. It makes me feel at peace. It makes me feel rich, and I'm not talking with money. I'm just feeling like rich in spirit and energy. It revitalizes me. And all the products that we produce is aimed at revitalizing women especially. With my brand Stay Golden Cosmetics, that feeling that I felt when I was walking through Soho and I had all these persons just complimenting me, and it felt good to get compliments, especially when you're not feeling your best, just having somebody say, hey, you look so good. Like that's the feeling that I want people to have when they wear our products, especially Glitter Lip Kit, and we've gotten so many. I want to highlight one customer. I'll always highlight this customer because she's so special to me. She was going through chemotherapy and she shared with me a picture of herself wearing our burlesque glitter lip kit, and that's the red shade. And even though she was going through chemo, even though like she wasn't feeling her best, her daughter like invited her out to her prom because she didn't get to experience prom herself, and she ended up wearing one of our products. And she basically said in that email that she felt so good. People were complimenting her lips all night, and she said she felt like a princess. And I love that. I love when people feel good when they use my products, so I would say I'm a curator of things that make people feel good, and I love that, and it brings me so much joy to do that in different ways,
I'm sorry. I usually hold in all my emotions until the end, and I love everything you just said.
Wow. Thank you.
I really love listening. I love that. That's probably why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I can't turn that off.